and welcome back to the Little Miss Funeral YouTube channel. Feels a little bit weird to be back filming. I actually haven't put out a video in 2 weeks because my life has been just a little bit busy. Life of a funeral director, I guess, but I'm so happy to be back and to be making another video for all of you. I thought to kind of get back into the swing of things a little bit, I would talk about a subject that I am really interested in the moment, and I hope that you all will be interested in it as well. This topic that I want to talk about today, I guess it could kind of be seen as a little bit of a trendy topic. A little bit. I've noticed a lot more of this in funeral director articles and online and different things like that. So I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit, give my opinion on it, and then find out what all of you thought. And that is the topic of therapy dogs. This is my boy, Lindy Ruff. He is a Black Lab mix. My husband and I rescued him from an adoption agency 2 years ago that rescues dogs from kill shelters. So Lindy is our baby, a member of our family, and honestly, the one thing in our lives that bring us the most joy. Lindy is not a therapy animal. He is an emotional support dog. He wanted to go lay down. So because I work in a funeral home, my physician actually recommended that I look into getting an emotional support animal, something that I never really heard of before. But my doctor said to me, since I work in a highly stressful environment, it would be a good idea to get a dog to have to provide comfort and support to me. I am noticing a huge rise in the amount of dogs that I see online working in funeral homes and working with funeral directors. I personally think that this is an awesome thing, but I have a couple of hopes and concerns. So like I was saying before, Lindy is not a therapy dog. He is our family pet. Even though he's much more than that, that's what he is. He's not certified. He never took any classes, courses, anything like that to get certified. I do bring Lindy to the funeral home with me sometimes, but he does not interact with families. The days that I bring him to work are the days when I don't have any appointments or arrangements going on. He sits in the back room with me and he just stays by my desk. He's not interacting with any family members. He's not being advertised as a therapy or a grief dog. And I think that that's really important to say because I feel that therapy dogs are awesome resources that can really help funeral homes, but I just kind of hope that funeral directors out there are going about this the right way. Now, when you're looking at dogs, there are a couple of different categories that they can fall into. Lindy theoretically could be described as an emotional support dog. These dogs are exactly what they sound like. They provide emotional support to their companions. People who suffer from anxiety or depression or bipolar disorders, these are people that can really benefit from the companionship of these animals. Now, therapy dogs are completely different from emotional support animals. Therapy dogs are these animals that have actually gone through classes and courses to get this certification. They provide affection and comfort to people in nursing homes, hospitals, and funeral homes. But they have to pass the proper certification to hold this title. An animal that's going to be in a funeral home does not mean that they are necessarily therapy animals. And a service dog is going to be completely different from those as well. Service dogs are actually trained to provide a specific function. They help people with disabilities such as blindness, deafness, seizures, or PTSD. These dogs go through even more training to be classified as a service animal. Now, like I was saying before, I don't know if this is a trend that we're seeing more of. I don't know if this is something that's here to stay in the funeral industry. I, for one, really hope that it is. I think that animals provide such comfort and such a calming presence that I would love to see more of them in a funeral home. Not only do I think that therapy dogs are beneficial for funeral directors who are working in a highly stressful and depressing and just chaotic environment sometimes, I think that these therapy dogs are awesome for the families that funeral directors are providing services for. Anytime there's a dog in any sort of an environment, people kind of always flock to them. I know that I do. If there's a dog at a party, I'm the first person to go over to them and to start petting them and hanging out with them. My hope with Lindy is that he will become a therapy dog in the future. Right now, he's only 2 years old and he still has to pass his good canine certification in order to be able to take take the next steps and classes to be certified as a therapy dog. But my question for all of you is, what are your thoughts about this? If you're a funeral director watching this right now, I'm certain that you've seen a lot of talk about these animals working in a funeral home. Is this something that you'd like to see in your funeral home? And if so, why? And if you're a family watching this right now, if you were to go into a funeral home and see a working dog, would you find comfort in that, or would you be a little bit more taken aback by it? Lindy decided to come back for the closing statements on this video. My husband and I always joke asking if we were happy people before Lindy. We really don't think we were. He just provides so much joy to our lives. I mean, he is just like the biggest cuddle bug. So if you could put in the comments below your opinion on this topic, I'm really interested to see what other people have to say, especially maybe people who aren't really dog people, just your opinions on walking into a funeral home and seeing a service animal working there. As always, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. I think it's a really good way just to open conversation up about these possible new ways that us funeral directors can serve our communities, whether it's implementing a service animal or maybe something else that can just help people going through a loss. And then before you all leave today, if you wouldn't just mind hitting the like and subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.